Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you have absolutely fabulous day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create 3 Easter Bunny shaped cards. If you like them, I really hope you'll feel inspired and craft along with me. For today's project, I decided to use 2 of the design papers from Votes for Women collections from Relatively Thoughtful. And I think these will work very well with Easter Bunny color combo. If you agree, please let me know in the comments down below. I use my ScanNCut machine and SVG file from Creative Fabrica to cut those bunnies. And using offset setting on Canvas workspace, I created a white border on my 300 GSM white multi-purpose card. So this way we're going to have a shaped card. Later on, I'm going to cut it again with white multi-purpose card to have the back panel for my cards. So all of them will stand proudly on a flat surface. Have you ever created a shaped Easter card? If you have, what shape was it? Please let me know in the comments down below, and how did you make it? All the names of the products I use in today's video, you can check it in the description down below, especially Relatively Thoughtful beautiful collections. And when these elements are ready, it will be time to decorate the Easter bunnies. So I had a look at my stash and I found that bag with all the fussy cut elements from Happy Easter collection. I absolutely love it. It was my very first collection where I started working with Relatively Thoughtful, and I still love it. All the images are so beautiful and perfect for Easter. So if you have this collection, I really hope you'll feel inspired and use them to create stunning projects. As you can see, it's always a good idea to do a dry run first, just to make sure you're happy with the composition and every single space is filled where you want it. And I encourage you to do so before you start assembling all those elements. And if you want to make your cards even more special, you can always add some dimension by using double-sided foam adhesive. And I encourage you to do so because that will make your cards even more special. And what I really like about shaped cards, they are always unique and perfect for any occasion. Like in this case, they will be Easter cards. Have you started your Easter cards this year? If you have, please let me know. How are you going to make them? With stamps, cutting dies, or maybe your Cricut or ScanNCut machine? It's always a good idea to use liquid glue and double-sided foam adhesive with a few drops of liquid glue, because with time that dry adhesive will dry even more. But we want our cards to last forever. And that's my very big tip for you. Whenever you create dimensional elements, use few drops of liquid glue, because that will really make a difference. What I really like about that Happy Easter collection, it is so beautiful. All those elements are hand painted, and as you can see, they're simply gorgeous. So I still had quite a lot of leftover from last year, so I decided to use them for today's project. And even the sentiment is hand painted. If you want, you can fussy cut all those elements or use your ScanNCut or Cricut machine. I bought it last year, so I didn't have my ScanNCut at that point, but it was so easy to fussy cut all those elements using my scissors. And if you want to make your job so much easier with peeling off the backing of double-sided foam adhesive, always use a pokey tool. And the first cut is nearly complete. All you have to do is to add a few more double-sided foam adhesive sheets here, and later on we have to add the back panel. But this one is done so far. What do you think about card number 1? For card number 2, again, I'm going to do a dry run first and see how all those elements will work here. If you're interested in any of the Relatively Thoughtful collections, I left the links in the description down below. Also, I left the links to Instagram, YouTube, Craft World, and RT Create, Make and Share group on Facebook. So if you have any of the Relatively Thoughtful design papers or elements, you can always share your makes there, and I do encourage you to do so. As spring is coming, I thought these cards will be perfect. If you agree that is a good start of spring, please let me know in the comments down below. As you can see, these cards come together really quickly, and I wanted to create something very unusual. If you know me, You know how much I love shaped cuts. So when I saw those SVG files from Creative Fabrica, I thought I really need to give them a go. And what's really good about all those cuts here, they will fit inside 5x7 or 6x6 envelopes, and yes, you can pose them because they will go flat in there. So I do encourage you to have a play and create some shaped cuts for Easter. If you haven't seen my Easter cards from last year using Happy Easter collection, I'm going to leave the links at the very end of this video, so yes, you can check them out, and how to create shaped cuts with no cutting dice. And I do encourage you to try it because you will absolutely love it, even the kinetic cuts. So when these elements will be ready, at this point I thought I really like all the bunnies, but is there a way I can make them even more special? So later on I'm going to show you how to add one thing that will make a massive difference to create those shaped cuts. So, as you can see, if you don't have double-sided foam adhesive in a very small strips, you can always cut them with your scissors, and that will be perfectly fine. And this way you don't waste any money on foam adhesive. All you have to do is to cut it to the size you want, and always put few drops of liquid glue because that really makes a difference. And our second cut panel is done. It's time for the last cut, and again I'm going to start with those Easter eggs here, and I think they are just so pretty, and I really wanted to have some beautiful elements, and those chicks here, they are simply gorgeous. I couldn't resist and I really had to add them on my cards. What do you think about this color palette for Easter? Please let me know in the comments down below. When you create your Easter cards, do you usually use your stamps, cutting dice, or maybe something else? So if you do, I really want to know. And do you create your Easter cards with some lots of sentiments, or maybe images that you stamp and color in with your favorite medium? I really like this collection because there are so many beautiful elements to fussy cut, and I think that's what really makes it so special. And when this cut will be complete, as I told you, I'm going to use one more thing that will make a massive difference with all those three bunnies. But don't go ahead of us. Let's see what I can do here. And if your elements are too big, you can always tear them up, and yes, it will fit properly wherever you want. So it's always a good idea to have a dry run first before you start putting your liquid glue on a card. And those sentiments, Happy Easter, they actually come with so many different color combos with this collection. So please check the link in the description down below. And I thought these cards will go nice in the flat envelope, but what I really like about them, you actually have plenty of space to write your message inside. So that was the idea behind those three cards. You have enough space and they have to stand proudly on a flat surface. And they are also a shaped card. So when these elements are ready, it will be also time to put the back panel on the bunnies. And whenever you create any shaped cards, it's always a good idea to have your scoring board. So now you can see all three front panels, and I wonder which one is your favorite. Now I'm going to use my ScanNCut machine again, and I cut those bunnies again using 300 GSM white multi-purpose card. It's always a good idea to create a fold at the top, then fold the line, burnish, and if you have any excess of the card, just use your scissors. Literally as simple as it is. And then you've got the top flap, and you can adhere the panels together. And yes, they will stand proudly on a flat surface. So now it is time to put the front and the back panels together. Super quick and easy, right? And that's exactly what we want for Easter. Something beautiful, quick, but very unique. And at this point I thought I really want to add some gems, but I thought no, I have to stop because that will be too much for those bunnies. But instead I had a look at my stash and I found some googly eyes, and I thought that will work so well with those bunnies. And I bought them last year from Poundland. So yes, you can have a look there, and very inexpensively you can get something that will last you forever in so many different sizes. So here they are. Now it is time to actually take 3 from here, and I decided to use the smaller one because I thought that would be the perfect size for those bunnies. And do you agree that really makes a difference in those shaped cuts? If you agree, let me know in the comments down below. And literally, that is a drop of liquid glue and the cuts will be complete. So what do you think about those cuts? Do you like them? Would you like to give it a go? If you do, I left the link to Creative Fabrica with that SVG file collection. And if you do have your favorite bunny, please let me know in the comments down below. Which one is it? Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Here you can see my other Easter cards I created with this collection with no cutting dies. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing because every Monday I've got personalized cuts on my channel and on Thursdays I've got other projects. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting! Bye!